Okay, so I took this apart. That's the pattern selector, right? And that's where the BIGHT amplitude lever goes on. And I've got some alcohol swab here because where these screws came out of, right on there, those holes, I can't get a cotton swab in there. It's too small. So what I do is I get another swab, a different swab, an alcohol swab. And I'd already checked that my screwdriver bit go in there. So what I do is just, now I've already cleaned it, I've already done this. I already did this, and now this is like, I'm just showing you now. So I just cleaned it so you won't see nearly the dirt that came off originally. Maybe you will, I don't know. No, so, well, there's a little bit. And the same with the other one, it's already clean. But just to let you know what I did. So where is it? Come on, Jebb, get on the ball. How's that one? Okay, so I got a little bit of smudge out of that one. Good. And so, and then I wipe these off with that. And then now what I'm doing is I'm just doing the oil thing. There. So that's what I'm doing with that. They're long screws. You know, they go a long way. There, those are on there nice and snug and there. So here's where I am continuing. Now this is difficult to see even on a good day, but right down here are the two screws, one there and then one back here. It's hidden from your view, you can't see it. I can hardly see it either. But there's two of them there, and those two screws go in there and there on the needle bar driving arm, needle bar bracket driving arm. So that's what I need at that end. So I'm just going to see if I can get that. And of course that thing is loose, it is fluid, it's not stationary. So I'm going down with my fingers and it's going to go on like that. So I need this to go down like there. So it's in on that end, but now I need the ball to go on the pattern selector. And I may not be able to succeed. So what am I going to do with my predicament, with my problem? What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to tighten those two screws over here. And let me see if I can, not going to see there yet. So it's going to be an issue and a challenge to see anyway, but let me assure you that I know I'm blocking you. So there, the one screw is there and the other one is there. So now the needle bar bracket driving arm is secured onto the pressure bar stuff, but our predicament still remains. So the problem for me is that I'm still not able to get the clearance that I need for that ball joint, that ball bearing, so to speak, to go into the receptacle on the pattern select. So what am I going to do? How am I going to solve that? Because that's not in any manual or instruction booklet. And really, for people like me or us or whatever the case is that like to learn, we should try and figure this stuff out a little bit ourselves as well. You know, if the information is missing, maybe that's an opportunity to figure it out. Right? Here we go. We're going to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is, in order to gain the space, and I don't need much. I only need like, I don't know, maybe 3/8 of an inch, maybe not even 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take out the eccentric pin on the needle bar vibrating bracket right here, and just kind of see if I can rotate it this way. And then this has swiveling ability at this end, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it into the ball joint receptacle on the pattern selector. So here we go. We'll start here now. And in order to release this, I don't put any screwdriver in there because this is not a screw, it's an eccentric pin, an eccentric stud. The screw is here. So there, that is loosening, and I will loosen it generously, but then I will leave it there. There, that feels loose. Now, there's a collar down here that I don't really have to undo. What I'm hoping is that this eccentric pin will swivel. You know what, it may. Let me see, will it? No, I'm going to have to take that out, so I will have to take this bottom collar off, which we've done a number of times recently, because this is episode 20 on the Singer 500 restoration series. So that's sliding down, and it fell down. It's in there. I'll get it later. Here it comes in a second actually. Here comes the pin, and now I can, there. I've got the ball in, and now I have to line this up again, and I have to rotate the eccentric pin. And it wasn't like that, it was more like that, or somewhere like that, I believe. But I still have to get my, where'd he go? Where'd that thing go? The collar. Just hang on a second. There. Shook it out. Shake it up, shake it up. Kick it out. For educational purposes only. So here we go. Now that is in. And we're good on that. And we're still good there. So all I have to do is get the eccentric in there again. I thought it was more, the pin was more lined like that. I seem to have a bit of an issue there. See there, that's in and that's good. And I hated to use that, but hey, if it works, and that's where the set was, the mesh was, if you can call it that. So now we're good back up here, and we'll look back there in a minute, but it's in, and I'll be able to put the BIGHT amplitude lever back on. And right now I'm just going to put the bottom. Let me line that up with a view. There we go, we're kind of focused there now, I think. And we'll get this bottom collar on the bottom of this eccentric stud pin on the needle bar vibrating bracket. There. So that's how that issue was solved. That's how we got the clearance. And now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in, but I am going to put the BIGHT amplitude lever on again quickly. And I know you guys know how to do that. You gals and guys know how to do that, because we've done it about 4 or 5 times now. And after 10, when we get to 10 times, then we're pretty much knowledgeable. So here we are, there. So that's lined up right, and we can see that it's adjusting the driving arm just fine, and we've got the front end together down there. And now I'm going to bring over here, I'm going to bring the pressure bar tension dial, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. I've cleaned off these parts already. The only part I haven't cleaned is that. So I'm just going to go and get a wet little piece of paper towel like I have here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have a little bit of water and soap on this shop towel, and I'm just going to start washing this plastic or whatever this synthetic is. Give it a little rub down. And that was the soapy side, and now this is just kind of the wet or rinse side. There's the D on the dial. I should be doing this down here, not up there. You won't have seen what I was doing when I was back up there, so I'll do it again. And then I'll just edit that bit out, save me having to come back in again and set it all up again, which I do all the time. So that's good enough. I am going to get a Q-tip, a cotton swab, and give it a little bit of a wiping dry. And now I have a dry piece of towel. And there were no springs or washers or anything. This is very, easy to deal with. Now I believe this smudgy part was it on that side? Yeah, I think that's the way it goes on. We'll see. So, yeah, because the D has to be in the little box there like that. And the screw goes in that, but I missed there like that. So that's good. Now we're going to move over and let left side Jebb take over. Whoopsie daisy. Pardon me. I'll have to make sure I edit that out. But if I don't, I'm sorry. And I feel a lot better. Ouch. So this is where, right there, that's where I need to attach it. So I found this to be the easiest way to get some thread on that get some screw on that thread. And I am using a magnetic screwdriver that is strong enough to hold the screw stable somewhat. That one is going in, and that one is going in. And I'm just going to do them snug, not tight, not Armstrong, just snug. Because I want to see how we're doing here. Because that has to be like that. Let me get back and let you see what I'm yapping about. That's always a good policy. So, in a nutshell, we have the front end pretty much reassembled. The presser bar is there, the extension, the spring and the extension stud are down there. The presser bar tension dial is on, but it still has to be set and tested, but that's for another day. The vibrating bracket is installed. This is loose, so I need to tighten this right now. And the needle bar vibrating bracket eccentric pin, eccentric stud, which is what that is good. And then we have the needle bar vibrating bracket arm, and it's in position now, and we can see it zigging and zagging down there at the bottom of the needle bar. So that's cool. So where am I going now? Next I would like to get I do have to clean the stitch length regulating lever assembly. That has to be cleaned. The upper tension device still has to be disassembled and checked and cleaned and adjusted and reassembled. And also the thing I'm going to be working on really soon, like if not, the next video will be cleaning the stitch length regulating lever assembly, and hot on the heels of that will be reassembling the stitch lever arm, shaft, and followers and indicator pins, and getting to be able to test the followers and indicator pins. The electrical wiring still has to be put in. So once I get that in, the followers and indicator pins, that's a good step forward. And then I'd like to get the bobbin winder and the other part of the bobbin winder and that on. And then see about the wiring, because I want to put the wiring in the motor, I want to do that. The hand wheel, the balance wheel, goes on at the same time the motor and the wiring is in and ready to go. That's when the hand wheel goes on. So there's a delay there. We've still got bottom work to do. I want to check the hook again. That all has to be set once it's all assembled anyway. So anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing. There's still another 4 or 5 videos, so we may get up to video number 24, 25, or even number 30 by the time I'm done my 500 restoration series project. And there is repetition here. Repetition is a great teacher, and great, really makes us memorize things well by doing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I hope you folks are too. And if you like helping, if you think that some of the stuff this stuff I do is good or helps, then I'd appreciate a subscriber. You can certainly help with that. Please and thank you. And as always, everybody, I thank you all. I know that well over 75% of you are first-time viewers, so please come back again. And hit the notification bell whenever I publish. And I do post and publish spontaneously. I did just have a 5-day sabbatical, which I really enjoyed because I was really busy, and so it was very productive. And it was nice to see how the channel reacted to 5 days of peace and quiet and calm. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, have fun. Adios, amigos.